What's up, everyone? You know who I am. My name, my claim to fame. I am Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah, Fantastic Four, number 29. And we're going to take it to Weirdsville right now. It started on Yancey Street. And just so you know, Yancey Street Gang is a little gang that makes Benjamin Grimm's life a living hell to remind him of where he came from. But anyways, they're on Yancey Street right now, and lettuce is being thrown at the Fantastic Four. The Thing had just stubbed his toe, and basically, this street is kind of like a no-no place for even the Fantastic Four. And I love how insulted Reed Richards is. You know, they're throwing lettuce at the Fantastic Four. We're the first family of Marvel, damn it. Well, anyways, you know, they're throwing trash cans on Thing, hitting a Human Torch with a fire extinguisher, throwing sneezing powder at the Invisible Girl so they know where she is because she's going to be constantly sneezing. So they make their way out of Yancey Street. I mean, it's like a supervillain's behind this. Fortunately, they get into their ship and the battery has been pulled out and they're able to fly away. But someone is watching them from above on a little ship. And this is before drones, y'all. Because it's back in the 60s. But anyways, you know, they're back home talking about what street villains they are and maybe someone's behind it. You know, they kick too much ass, and it has to be a supervillain behind it. So they're trying to pick out who it might be. The idea of the Puppet Master comes up, and the Thing says that he's thinking about dumping Allison because, you know, she shouldn't be with him, and blah, blah, blah. And Allison comes in and says, you know, I was going to leave you because you feel sorry for me because I'm blind, and blah, blah, blah. And then they end up sharing a nice big hug. While they're discussing this, the ship is watching, waiting. And I guess as Thing and Allison are together again, he pulls out a box, and out comes some dust. Yes, and a note from the Yancey Street Gang, telling him to meet him there for a showdown. And Thing's ready for it. And he comes head to head, and thump, he gets hit out of nowhere by a gorilla. And you guys, can you guess which villain this is yet? It told you it's going to be freaky deaky up in here. But not only does this gorilla have super strength, nay, he also has the power of magnetism. And here comes this ape-like creature out of nowhere attacking the Human Torch, wrapping this blanket around him that's kind of smothering him, only allowing enough air for him to breathe, but not enough to flame on. And this other monkey kind of has a gun, you know, he uses devices. And he's able to turn into different stuff like bricks or a spike or any kind of weird little object. Now, this gorilla is getting the best of Mr. Fantastic. Like I said, he's smart. He put him on a truck and stretched him like a rubber band and forcing him to let go. And he's coming right for him as Sue throws up her invisible force field protecting her and Reed. And yes, if you figured it out, it is the Red Ghost. Who is the Red Ghost? He is hired by Communist Russia in order to take over the moon. Yes, like I said, this is the 60s, y'all. The Iron Curtain is still up, and the war is still going on, even though it's cold as ice. Yes, his magnetic monkey lures the ship down, in which they all climb aboard since the Human Torch is a hostage. They end up going to the moon, back to that blue oxygen area, where they ended up fighting him the first time, right around there. And he kind of reveals his plan that he's going to conquer the moon, use it as a station for the Iron Curtain and the communism to spread out. And just then the ship erupts with a big old fight between the Fantastic Four and the Monkey Mayhem group. The Red Ghost, of course, uses his powers to disappear, as the Fantastic Four are having their own difficulties fighting these menacing monkeys off. And I just love how they all kind of escape through different trapdoors set up all over the place. And of course, the Red Ghost is in another part of the ship and decides to leave them off, kind of like cube off the area of the room and dump them off on the moon. And yes, this part of the moon has no air, no oxygen. So Sue is using her powers to keep everyone safe. And this is kind of cool because she didn't have force fields at first. So this makes her a lot more useful to the team. Reed, in combination with Sue's powers, he kind of stretches out looking for that blue area of the moon. And they have things starting to dig, you know, to kind of get there quicker. And finally, running out of air. And in one last desperate hit, he hits the wall and he can smell fresh air. There in the base of this mysterious alien. What is his name? Who is he? Well, He is none other than the Watcher, the one who watches the events of this universe unfold, as well as many other timelines, and he allows them to stay. But do not touch the machines. They're even beyond Reed Richards' far great mind. Take that machine that involves people tens of thousands of years, a mini planet, or a device that he got thousands of years ago he's still trying to figure out. Stuff that makes even Reed's mind boggle. But some of the stuff he does know, and starts to set a trap for the Red Ghost. Now the Red Ghost continues his plot in order to take over the alien technology that he saw the first time he was up here, when he was defeated by the Fantastic Four. He touches down on the blue area as well, and the fight pops off. Red Ghost and his monkeys versus the Fantastic Four. Now these monkeys, since if you haven't seen my show, I'll tell you they were dipped in cosmic energy. That's why they have their powers too. So it's cosmic power versus cosmic power. And they're going back and forth. And for some odd reason, one of the gorillas brought a fan gun. That just popped out of nowhere. That just happened. And blew out the Human Torch. The Invisible Girl tries to go for the gun, knocks it away. But the Red Ghost is undeterred as his monkey sidekick comes out with a laser beam, and he makes his way towards the devices. Now, still in his ghost form, Reed can't touch him, but Reed has other plans as the fight continues. Reed Richards is not a man to be messed with. Many times in these issues, not only does he end up outsmarting his opponent, but he ends up sending them to some kind of doom or destruction. This one's no different. Sue uses her force field, and it kind of cancels out his ghost powers, turning him normal for that second. Sue ends up knocking him into a portal where he goes deep into the chasms of different realities, multiverses. He could be anywhere in the universe. They don't know. Or he could be falling into dimensions unknown. But the Watcher says that it's time that they go home and leave his domicile. So he teleports them, and boom, they're back on Yancey Street. So I guess the Fantastic Four learned there's worse places than Yancey Street. And I'll catch you on the flip side.